Hello everyone, my name is Alberto and welcome back to my channel. So I had all this yarn that I bought at a very good price. It's very good quality and I'm going to show you how I wound it up into balls. First of all, you'll need this spinning wheel. I got mine from Amazon. It's pretty cheap. I had an older one made of wood, but it just broke, so unfortunately I had to change it. And then I had this spinner. Again, got this from Amazon as well. I had a smaller one before, which was very cheap. It worked fine, but it was all plastic and it broke. Eventually this is a bit clunkier, but it's a lot bigger and it has all these exposed metal cogs, so it's a bit easier to service in case something happens. And this is going to be the result. It makes these very big balls, and that's the whole yarn, just in one ball. So you'll need to start by finding the center. The yarn is tied with 3 or 4 of these ties, so that's going to help you just to make sure that you don't get anything tangled up. Otherwise it's going to be a bit annoying to fix. So once you found the center, you just put the whole of the yarn on the spinning wheel, like so. And you'll want to make sure that everything is nice and set on the wheel, and adjust the wheel so ideally the yarn sits in the center. Make sure that it turns fine and there's no problems, and then you're gonna start to cut these ties. On one of them there's the 2 ends of the weft of yarn, the others are just ties, so you can just cut them and remove them like so. When you find the one with the ties, you'll see that usually one is toward the outside and one is towards the inside. We will want to use the one towards the outside, so I usually just stuck the one inside underneath, and that sort of keeps it in place. Then we're just gonna feed this yarn through these loops. One doesn't move, the other rotates. And then on the cone, and this will allow us to pull the yarn straight from the center without having the whole ball, cake, whatever you want to call it, just sort of roll around, and it's gonna make it so much easier. And then what you do is just wind it up. In the beginning you'll have some little snags which are easily solvable just by pulling them, and there you go, wind away. So when you get to the end, usually what I do is try to secure the end in place. You could use a crochet hook, but I like to use a tapestry needle. Like this one. You just feed the yarn through and then weave it for a little bit towards the end. You see, just weave it through for a bit, and then when it's done you either weave it to the end or just a bit like I do to secure it in place, and then you can just snip it off. There you go. So just snip it off, and it's not gonna move. So you're done. That's secured. And now with both hands, you're gonna start lifting the whole cake, making sure you pull the yarn from the top out before, because when you lift it, it's gonna become harder. So you'll have this little tail on the top, that's where you'll just pull to work your yarn, and that's it. So just to show you, this is the same quantity of the other weft in yellow, and this is the one we just did. This is an old one that I made with my old winding machine. It's smaller. This is, however, is only a yarn ball. It looks similar, but it's very squishy, while this one is very firm because there's a lot of yarn in it. But that's it. And now let's go do all the others. So here's the result. I hope it was useful for you. If it was, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!